Greetings. This is DrErgo Phizmiz here on the mighty Sound Radio. Lottie Depresstival is in the shower right now. There's an image for you. And is not feeling very well. We were going to be coming in to do a live show this week, and we're going to have a meeting with the lovely Sarah beforehand about the workshops we're going to be running at Sound Radio that we'd like you to join, of which more later. So I'm here. Lottie's not feeling very well, but he's going to come and join because they would not miss an opportunity to hang out with you listeners, because I know you're all great guys, some of the best, among the best, and amongst other things, many delights and many rather very horrible things this last week, of which more later. We did acquire in the charity shop here in Shipton Abbott. There are two. The green one, the green charity shop, the green coloured charity shop. At least I think it's green. We went there because I go there to buy frames for paintings, and also to see if they've got any cheeky, amazing books between the Nadine Dorris paperbacks and Tom Clancy and so on. Not that Tom Clancy is bad. I haven't read any Tom Clancy, but I'm not saying Nadine Dorris is good. She did cut all the arts funding. Anyway, we bought this amazing thing. I'm going to go over here on radio and get it. Here comes the Foley of my feet. Right, now I'm over here in this bit of the room, which we've done with like effects. And now here's the Foley of my feet again. And now I'm back here, closer to you, and it was all done with the magic of radio. Now, back to the charity shop here in Shipton Abbott. There was something wonderful on the shelf. I'm going to show you it sonically and then see if you can guess what it is. Any idea? Any clues? Listen again. Any idea? No? Doesn't sound familiar? Let's just try one more time. Have you got it yet, listeners? No? Do you give up? Okay. What they had in the charity shop was a ball in a cage. Yes, you heard right. It is a ball in a cage. There is a wooden base which has a kind of moat around it, and then there is a cage of 4 long wooden bars with a lovely polished wooden lid on the top and a little brass handle for some reason, and then this marble ball inside it, which has no way out and is trapped in the cage. Now, we're not entirely sure what it's for. The nice lady in the charity shop suggested that it would make a lovely lamp. And I agree, as it kind of would, but I kind of prefer it as a ball in a cage. But anyway, we've got this other wonderful ball, which is made of marble, clear, transparent, like glass marble. And it's from the end of a marble kaleidoscope, which are wonderful things. If you hold this ball up, it's one of those wonderful balls that when you look into it, you can see what's in front of you in miniature and upside down. And there's really endless hours of fun you can have with a ball in this way. I mean, it's far more fascinating and interesting than doing anything on a computer or watching television, that's for sure. I'm currently looking at this miniaturized version of my house going round and round my head. And to me, that's very fascinating and interesting. But, this smaller ball, because the ball in the cage, I suppose it's like 35 centimeters tall, and the ball probably has a circumference of, I would say, 10 centimeters circumference. But this smaller ball, which has developed its own mythology because it falls out of the end of the marble kaleidoscope. Well, I didn't finish it. Marble kaleidoscopes, you hold them up and then you see the world around you as a kaleidoscope. Totally wonderful. Wonderful way to entertain oneself. And this particular ball, when you release it or when it escapes, it has become known as the badly behaved ball because it does not seem to behave like your standard ball. It doesn't seem to go in straight lines. It seems to kind of explore the room. So we often let him go out for a wander, but we discovered that the little moat around the edge of the ball in the cage is just perfect for the badly behaved ball to play in. Now listen to this. Can you hear that? That right there is the badly behaved ball doing circles around the ball in the cage. Now how exciting is that? Is it flitting around in your head yet? This is, I will point out, the show is broadcasting in Central Mono, a wonderful town that was introduced to us by Jonathan Bowman. There you go, ball. The other good thing about this is because this is a badly behaved ball, if you have this little moat, you can keep the badly behaved ball in check and, he won't go exploring or get lost. Because, if you don't know where your badly behaved ball is, then you don't worry about it. I don't mind saying that it's rather a cute little ball. We've all seen cute balls before. This is a particularly nice little ball. Now, let's just pop it's very heavy, the ball in the cage. Listen to this. Heavy. Now listen to the badly behaved ball go off on its adventures. Go on, fly badly behaved ball. Oh, there he goes. He's off. Right. So, the badly behaved ball has gone in a straight line and is now going, no, it went right, now it's going left, and now it's coming back towards us. Lottie is here.
Hello.
And dressed post-shower. So the image is not quite as sexy as you thought it was when I said Lottie is here.
And my t-shirt's pretty good.
Yeah, it's an I Love Hackney t-shirt. Yeah. Lottie loves Hackney. I quite like Hackney.
Hackney's sexy.
Yeah. Lottie isn't
sexy Hackney.
Lottie isn't feeling very well.
No.
Has got some disgusting disease.
It's probably COVID.
And now I'm probably going to get the disgusting disease too.
It's usually COVID.
But it is usually COVID. It's going to be probably tomorrow I get the disgusting disease. But I might avoid it by, all you guys in Totnes. You know perfectly well that you can actually cure yourself of all diseases just by going to see a craniosacral therapist.
Yeah, that's what I need.
Can't you? Because I don't know if you know this, like Totnes guys, but craniosacral therapists have these amazing magical powers where they can cure all diseases by doing nothing at all.
It would be amazing if they could, you know, get rid of my autoimmune
it would be nice.
problems.
But you know, you are living in this. I sound like I'm one of those terrible skeptics, or one of them skeptics. I ain't a skeptic at all. I just dislike New Agers. And I think it's a kind of insidious thing that's darker than it may appear on the surface and leads people into a self-centered approach to day-to-day life. We've got to work on ourselves before we can work on everything else.
It's actually the other way around.
No, you work on everything else, and by working on everything else, that is working on yourself.
That actually makes you feel a lot better.
Yeah.
Like, really, it does.
Yeah.
It makes you feel less alone. I think that's it, mainly. If you work with other people to try to help make things better, it doesn't make you. It helps with your depression because you're like, not because you're feeling good because you're giving something away and that makes you feel good in a statusy way. No, in a way of like you're solving real problems. So it always feels good to kind of sort out a problem.
Exactly. I like to sort out problems. Unless it's those sort of problems that are pitched like Sonia, Paul and Jonathan have to go to the butcher's shop to buy a string of sausages. The sausages are 25 pence each, and between them they only have a very, very small amount of moral conscience. How many sausages will they buy? The answer: almost as many as they would have done, but that little bit of moral conscience made them think, maybe we'll get a dozen instead of a baker's dozen.
Maybe we'll get the organic, locally grown.
Yeah. We'll get the locally grown.
Farm to table.
The locally grown animal. And I know you're not meant to talk like this, and we live in this world of saying, well, everyone's entitled to their opinion.
It's not an opinion.
But the point of this is that it seems to me that this everybody is entitled to their opinion has led to a
destruction of an entire astral body.
Led to a society where, what was I talking about?
The idea that everyone's got a right to an opinion.
Oh yeah, it's led to a society where we say that the opinions of Nazis are valid and worth listening to. And listen, right? There's this thing in a functioning society, in every single functioning society that's ever existed. And if it doesn't do this, it ceases to become a functional society. And that society collapses into the ground. And this thing is called the paradox of tolerance. And that means in a society that is tolerant, the tolerant society has to be intolerant to intolerance.
Which I would have thought was fairly obvious.
Yes, which you would have thought was fairly obvious. So, you don't sound good.
It's not good. It's like pepper in
and
the nose.
like bigotry and like these things that we call right-wing things. So you hate gay people, you hate black people, you hate women, and for some reason you also think the earth is flat and you're not into getting vaccinated. None of these ideas are legitimate. I mean, particularly the flat earth and being an anti-vaxxer, that's just crazy because, I mean, all I ever say to people, to anti-vax people is, would you prefer it if we still had smallpox going around? Look up images of smallpox on Google Images if you've ever, if you've not done that. Look up images of smallpox scars. Well, they've been talking about monkeypox for years.
Those pesky doctors must have sorted it out slightly.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, put it this way, I didn't get vaccinated and I still turned out autistic anyway. And, like, I'm halfway through the MMR vaccine, because I didn't ever get vaccinated.
I did get vaccinated.
And I don't feel any more autistic.
Yeah, I did get vaccinated.
But actually, every day I feel more autistic, so I don't know. Yeah. You never know.
But also, RFK Jr. says that paracetamol's making us autistic. and the weird thing about that is that pregnant women don't take paracetamol.
I think that pregnant women can only take paracetamol.
Oh, they do take paracetamol. Okay.
But they can't take...
Right, so they do take paracetamol. But that would mean that every child would be autistic then. If
also,
it's the general...
would it mean that everyone would be autistic, which, given the fact that most of the people I meet are not autistic because, you know, the fact they've got a problem with a lot of what I see as fairly innocuous autistic behaviour, like, you know, not clouding everything that I want to say in lies and layers of obfuscation. The fact that they've all got, a lot of people have got a problem with that I don't do that would imply that they're not autistic. Now, and paracetamol's the most common painkiller, so I would have thought that if it actually had any bearing on anything, there would be more autistic people and I would have more friends.
Yeah. That's true.
And employment possibilities.
Yeah.
If autism was caused by paracetamol, then we wouldn't see well, I mean, I can't even believe I'm actually having this conversation. It's just insane. But if it was, then that being the most common painkiller would imply more people had it, and then it wouldn't be seen as much of a disability because the society would probably end up being more accommodating to it if it was the dominant neurotype.
Hey.
So it's obviously not true, but I really don't need to point this out because it's really, really obvious that it's not true.
Hey, have you heard this brilliant joke?
I'd like you to lie down.
Yeah. Have you heard this brilliant joke? Why are there no painkillers in the jungle? Because everyone's a little bit autistic. Yeah? That's true. That is why there are no painkillers in the jungle.
Why are there no painkillers in the jungle?
I don't know.
Because the jungle doesn't exist anymore because we cut it all down, and it was probably full of lots of things that could have been extracted into medicinal processes and useful to the human race, but it's more important to cut all of the trees down so that you can graze cattle, grow food for cattle and graze it there. And then you can take all of the nutrients from the food and give it to the cattle, and then people have to stab it and eat it to get the same nutrients.
Yeah, brilliant idea.
Even though they could have just eaten it from the beans and stuff in the first place. Is that the punchline?
That's the punchline.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So, we, speaking of Neanderthals, there's always very new, fascinating information coming out about the Neanderthals, isn't there?
They had penicillin.
Yeah. We found out this week.
There was a paper...
Well, we didn't find out. The news told us.
I read a thing about...
I wish I did find that out myself, though.
I read a thing about some research which suggested that, as opposed to the idea that everyone always has, which is that apparently our ancestors lived entirely on mammoth meat.
Yeah, I had no idea about this theory.
I mean, I didn't know that early humans were so good at taking down a mammoth, you know. I just had no idea. But anyway, apparently, contrary to that belief, we are actually predominantly scavengers. Or it actually just depends, like, where humans lived with what they eat. The humans that lived near the beach tended to eat a bit of fish.
But prior to industrialisation, there was no mechanism for getting loads of meat every day.
There wasn't. I mean, I was talking to my father about this. Like, obviously, historically, the benefit of...
Hey, Roger.
Hello, Roger. I'm confused because I've just spoken to you, but then this is in the past, and when it's playing, it'll be in the future, won't it? But then when I'm in the future, it'll be the present. Wow, woo!
Hey,
so obviously, like,
that's amazing.
You know, in the old days, they would drive animals into the city to kill them or whatever, and you could actually make your food walk in there. Obviously, I don't perceive it as food, but that was industrial agriculture, and then they signed the Industrial Agriculture Act in the late 40s, and we didn't have industrial animal agriculture before that. So it's not always been like that. Early humans didn't eat exclusively meat. They ate whatever they could get, and some of them didn't eat meat at all. Yeah. So, you know, all of this
the weird thing
ideology is not. I don't like, you know, if it's like whatever, people hate me for talking about this.
But it's vital now.
Surely it's vital to not kill the entire planet that you depend upon.
Well, you'd think so.
But no, of course they can say it's all made up and it's a conspiracy and blah 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 blah.
Yes, that's true.
So yeah, everything.
It were David Icke what did it.
I mean, it's just the thing is, you've got the choice when you're responding to the thing of a statement of fact of animals. Eating like intensive animal agriculture is causing vast damage to the planet.
Yes.
And you can hear that and say hear the thing that is driving most of the destruction, most of the emissions, most of the sea is completely screwed because of the desire to eat absolutely everything in the sea.
The fact that we've done it in 100 years, primarily,
really impressive,
and that primarily
well done.
It's been through like our stomachs.
Yeah, through stomachs. I mean, do you eat, regardless of whether or not you, if you don't believe, quote, in climate change, then surely people shouting, you know, this could end up killing all of us.
Oh dear.
Isn't it worth sort of entertaining it slightly in case it's true?
Well, you would have thought
because,
so.
Because, you know, one outcome, there are two scenarios there. One is that it's true, the other one is that everybody's lying. Now, for you to... But what if it's true? You know, you're doomed if you don't... Like, when... The sort of paranoia about it maybe being true be enough to sort of make you think, oh...
No, because there was human arrogance.
I would have thought that, like, the sort of very visible presence of lots and lots of forest fires would be enough to persuade people. Or you know, the fact that there isn't a season anymore and the weather is completely...
Well, it's the height of summer again.
No, it's all really normal. Anyway, we should probably move on because either nothing I say is going to persuade anyone, so what's the point?
Alright, I'll sing me song.
And probably if I talk about it, I might get punched because that seems to be the prevailing mentality a lot of the time with this sort of thing.
I'm a meat man, me, I love my meat. I'm a meat man, me, I love my meat. I'm a meat man, me, I love my meat. Yes, I love my meat. Yes, I love my meat. Going to take some ham and slap it on me face. Gonna take some ham and slap it on me face. Gonna take some ham and slap it on me face. I'm a meat man, me, I love my meat. Gonna take some spam and trample it underfoot. Gonna get some corned beef and stand on it. Going to get my face all smothered in lard. I'm a meat man, me, I love my meat.
That's what Gen Z are into, isn't it?
Gen Z, the young people, and like people who aren't looking at Tinternet, they don't know that the young people,
really
instead of getting involved in things like art, literature, cultural change, really into putting lard on their faces. And therein may lie some explanation for some of the problems and the fact that every time you go to a protest, it's pretty much always people over 50, and there's about 3 people under 50 who look terrified and mortified that every single person in their generation is is literally spending their time and energy putting lard on their face and then taking a photograph and then making a video about how they put some lard.
Is amazing.
I feel so amazing with this lard.
Yeah, look, 10% off with my collab with Lard Warehouse.
Like, does it not make you smell terrible?
I would have thought it would smell awful. It's
having lard all
over your face, isn't it? Well, I mean, that's lard, isn't it? I mean, lard? It sounds like it's probably lard.
Well,
some sort of like.
I don't know what tallow means. Is tallow like juice? Like you said?
I don't know. I mean, it's whatever. It's some sort of juice that comes out of a dead body. So
that's lard.
I don't really know why they want to put that on their face.
That's lard, man.
We are in postmodern collapse.
Dead body juice. Call it what it is.
I mean, I just
lard.
Don't really want to put lard on my face. Do I have to do that now?
Yeah, hang on. Wasn't Mark Riley lard?
I can't remember.
I think Mark Riley was lard because Mark Radcliffe was Mark and Mark Riley was lard.
I used to like them.
That means that I have kissed lard.
Oh, right. Well, you're Gen Z then, aren't you?
Yeah, I've literally kissed lard. I gave Mark Riley such a lovely big kiss.
You understand these like trending.
I do. I kissed lard years ago.
Demographic.
I had lard. I had Mark Riley. That day, I had Mark Riley all over my face. Blue. It was wonderful.
Really?
Yeah, Mark Riley was all over my face.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it was wonderful. And a picture was taken of when I was giving him a lovely big kiss. And if you zoom in on the photo, he looks absolutely terrified. And I tell you what, he should have been, because, you never know. I'll be coming back. Hey, oh my goodness, I've just realised all these years I could have been using on my press pack a force of nature, Mark Riley.
Oh, right.
Because that's what he said on the radio when I was doing my 6 music session that they still play sometimes. But you don't get paid. No, you don't get paid for a session. Gideon Coe plays it sometimes, or plays tracks from it. It was the day when I did my 6 music session. I had started the day in Teesside, where we had played a show the day before. And I did a lecture at a university on the morning. And I think I was like 32, 33. I did a lecture at the University of Teesside on the morning, having done this big show the night before. And then I was getting on the train to go to... I can tell this story as long as I don't say the name of the show, which is interesting. Or the names of the people. But I can infer, as you will hear, I can infer... beautifully. Basically, I was on the train after doing this lecture. This is a true story. I was on the train after doing this lecture on the way to my next location, which was Manchester, to do the Mark Riley show on 6 Music. And I got a phone call on the train, and what do you know? Who was it on the phone but Bono's best friend? And Bono's best friend...
Oh, that's nice.
He phoned me up and he was really angry at me.
Oh, really?
Because I'd done something wrong, and he was threatening me with, like, court and prison and all this sort of thing. I don't think he's really got any legal recourse. No. But I was 33, very stressed, in the middle of this tour of this show that was a show in question, And then I went and did the Mark Riley show, and then I believe then I had to travel to Birmingham to play a completely different show with people like us, to perform the Keystone Cut-Ups. So I did 3 cities, a radio show, a lecture, and whatever the last thing was, which I've completely forgotten.
The People Like Us?
Oh yeah, the People Like Us show. So it was a lecture, a legal case, Mark Riley, a People Like Us show, in 3 different towns, in one day, and the night before we performed a new opera, and right in the middle of that I got lard all over my face. I was caked in lard. Absolutely caked in lard. Which...
Like Gen Z.
Exactly, they're caked in lard. Why are you caked in lard, kids? Lard is really gross.
People wanna put us down just 'cause we are caked in lard.
Oh yeah, that's good. People try to put us down, talking about my generation, just because we're caked in lard, talking about my generation, politically inactive and wearing baby grows, talking about my generation, saying I'm queer just because I've got blue hair, talking about my generation. That's just my opinion. I do think, kids, you got to try a bit harder. Things are getting pretty bad. You know, things are getting pretty terrible. And I think it might be time that we need the young people to stop...
Get off your phone.
To stop looking on your phones.
Stop looking at yourself on
Stop looking at yourself on your phone and...
In the old days,
go out and annoy people.
In the old days, we would have called that vanity and narcissism.
Yeah.
But it's not age specific, is it? Everyone's into taking photos.
No. But what I'm saying, what I really want to say to the young people is mega revolution. Bye now.
We'll start over to the difference with the one and the only Mr. Cliff Richard. I fancy I close my eyes, drew back the curtain to see for certain what I thought I knew. Mr. Neil Diamond. Far, far away, yes. Someone was weeping, but the world was sleeping. Who any dream will do. Mr. David Essex. I wore my coat, yeah. We golden lining, bright colours shining, yeah. Wonderful and new, Mr. George Michael. And in the east, oh yeah, the dawn was breaking, and the world was awaking. Any dream will do. The one and the only Mr. David Bowie. A crush of drums, a flash of light. My golden coat, it flew out of sight. The colours faded into darkness. I was left alone. The one and the only Mr. Max Bygraves. May I return, yeah. I suit you like a loincloth, yeah. I want to tell you a story. The light is dimming, alright, yeah. And the dream is too. Mr. Stevie Wonder. The world and we are still waiting. We're still hesitating. Oh, any dream will do.
That was Darren Day, the human lyrebird. Again, just to remind us all of his impeccable skill, but that it was Darren Day last Monday, 22nd September. If you missed out, you'll have to wait pretty much a whole other year for the next Darren Day. So sorry, Darrens of the world.
It was also Alistair Day the next day.
It was Alistair Day the next day.
Really celebrated.
Well, I celebrated Alistair Day privately. I celebrated Alistair Day in my own way.
So.
Yeah. There's been a lot of mourning here recently because we have spent the last 2 years working with in a sort of record label sense with Palestinian musicians, and obviously if you've listened to the show before, we've talked at length about the open live streamed cold calculated Holocaust and the literal hell on earth that the Palestinian people have been living in for the last 2 years. And my mama was very fond of I said was. She isn't dead. She's just dead to me. She was very fond of telling me whenever I would say something positive about a Palestinian friend, she would always say this thing of, oh, no, you're generalizing. Not all Palestinians are like that. Not all Muslims are brilliant. You know, this really annoying thing that people do if you talk about anyone from another country, about anything or anyone. Intelligent people don't.
Makes you an idiot.
Yeah, exactly. But I am going to generalize now. I don't want to go on and on and on about the Holocaust that we now everybody now lives in the shadow of, and is going to take probably the rest of everyone's lives to process it. Even if you spent the last 2 years ignoring it and saying it isn't going to happen to me, the realization of the scale of what has happened when that hits you and you realize that you haven't been doing anything about it, you are, despite your indifference now, going to spend the rest of your life figuring out what's wrong with you and why you were so complacent. And I think maybe I said this last week, but that I figured out that the mechanism by which something like Nazi Germany happened, people always used to ask the question, how could that happen? Was it something to do with the German people? And people seriously said this. And I've since discovered that the way that things like Nazi Germany are allowed to happen is complacency, is the people who just aren't bothered, who just go, well, if it doesn't affect me, then I'm not going to think about it. Oh, I don't want those images in my mind, etc., etc. What happened to the idea of being one big human family, right? But this was not my point. My point is, I'm going to make a generalization now, Mum. I'm going to generalize. Because I've spent 2 years now of my life speaking on pretty much a daily basis with many Palestinians. I could not. I have no idea how many Palestinian people I've spoke to and got to know, and then sometimes the conversations have ended abruptly and I never hear from them again. And having spent 2 years in daily contact with the Palestinian people, I'm going to make a generalization about the Palestinian people. Because the Palestinian people have been in, for 3 generations, for 70 years, and before, actually before the Balfour Declaration in, I think, 1917, when the English decided it was theirs. So the Palestinian people have been living under oppression for more than 100 years. Generations and generations and generations. And I have lived quite a geographically diverse life. Work has taken me to many, many places, all over the world, and to many, many weird environments, and I've met all sorts of people. I've met. I couldn't tell you. I've met all sorts of people, and I know many, many wonderful people. I know quite a few horrible ones as well, but I avoid them. But the Palestinian people, because... Oh yeah, actually, just going back slightly, I've met many, many people and gone many, many places. And one of the observations that I have about people in general is that people are far more tolerable to me if they have experienced not trauma but poverty. Mm-hmm. If they've experienced some sort of genuine poverty, if the idea that your life can just be pulled away from under your feet at any point, which is, dear listeners who also experience poverty in their lives, that is the experience of people living in poverty, that your life might just suddenly get pulled out from under your feet. This kind of suffering, poverty-based suffering, which is completely unjust because there is no reason for poverty at all, unless you subscribe to the kind of idea that, it's that hard work and the hardest workers get paid best, like. Oh, yeah, definitely. It's the hardest workers get paid. Taylor Swift works hard for the money. If that was the case, then all those Victorian workhouse children would have been absolutely loaded with cash, wouldn't they? They did like 18-hour shifts. They must have been rolling in it. They must have had Porsches.
Yeah,
and all that.
And Mozart wouldn't have died in poverty.
Yeah.
And got chucked into a mass on Mark's grave.
Yeah, yeah. And all the people...
Vivaldi wouldn't have died in poverty.
No, all the people in the global south...
would be rich if it was...
would be absolutely loaded if that were the case. And... I think that having constant access to resources and never having any questions over the safety of your existence at any point in your life makes you stupid. Sorry, but it does.
It's true.
It makes you stupid. And the cleverest people are the ones who have experienced poverty, and increasingly are the only people that I can talk to.
Of course there are obviously exceptions.
Yeah, of course. I'm not generalising.
No, right.
I'm not generalising, Lottie. It's work here.
It's people who've experienced real problems.
Yeah.
Basically.
But I would say poverty is the primary one.
Yeah.
Because poverty is usually the thing which leads to all the other problems.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
And so, my generalisation about the Palestinian people, because these people have never known a world where the rug under their feet is safe. They have never known a world where there is like comfort and safety. They've never lived in a world where they might not just get gunned down because some IDF guy thought it was fun. And the Palestinians have not been a free culture for more than 100 years. And my observation, my generalization about the Palestinian people, based on having been conversing with Palestinian people for 2 years, is that every single Palestinian people, a person that I've spoke to, is like smarter than you, cooler than you, more stoic and resourceful than you, more witty and inventive than you, and oh my God, much better looking than you. And I think this might be a major part of the problem of why people are like racist. I'm sorry to say it, but you know, as the I don't know, it seems to me that maybe as the climes get like hotter, the people get hotter, and but I don't know, because some of those
racist are really ugly.
But some of the maybe that. But some of those Nordic types, Scandinavian types, some of them are gorgeous, aren't they? All those ice maidens and elf kings like Orlando Bloom, who, you know, he's the Orlando Bloom is the king of Scandinavia. It's true. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
That is true. Orlando Bloom was made the king of the whole of Scandinavia.
It makes sense now.
After the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Yeah.
But it wasn't until the...
Lord of the Rings film.
Well, it wasn't even that. It was when the Empire of Scandinavia's king finder general, he saw the Peter Jackson's whatever it is, 127-hour extended cut of the Lord of the Rings, and that was what convinced him about that. He was just, it was that extra bit of bloom, you know, and that's the problem. If you have too much Orlando Bloom, then he might become the king of your castle. And who wants Orlando Bloom in their private castle, I ask you? Not me. Well, maybe. Depends. Would you have Orlando Bloom in your little private castle, Lottie?
Well, yeah, he seems alright.
I think he might be a nice guy.
I mean, what else are you going to do? It's a big building. You've got to have some people around, otherwise it's just hoarding space.
Oh, let's see, you would have Orlando Bloom.
Yeah, I get everyone around.
What about that Cruise, you know, Tom Cruise?
Oh, well, I don't know.
He's one of them Scientologists.
I'm not so sure about Tom Cruise.
Yeah. Not many people are.
I mean, you know, and he'd probably turn up anyway, won't he?
Yeah.
Like in Eyes Wide Shut. And then we could stalk him.
If Tom Cruise came round, we could put on Eyes Wide Shut and he could talk us through it.
Well, explain why he made so many terrible artistic decisions.
Yeah.
Because apparently it was him, wasn't it? Mainly.
Apparently.
He steamrolled.
Yeah, apparently he steamrolled Kubrick with his he cruised right on through it. Cruised right through Kubrick's artistic vision. Who would do such a thing? Only Tom Cruise. That's why he's called it. He's called Tom Cruise because he cruises through life. He soars through like a wasp. I was trying to remember who it was I said earlier could sting, and then I realised it was me when I realised earlier that my spirit animal is a particularly jumpy little scorpion who will just come and sting you. Maybe. And I don't know, is it considered tourism to say you might sting people on the radio?
I don't know, really.
Like, if...
What if you like Sting?
Oh, well, Sting's not a terrorist. He wouldn't have time for all that tantric sex.
If he goes to Sting's people, isn't that like just sort of what he calls being around, being like they're snazzy?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I had an idea, actually, for a wonderful game that I'll dedicate to Eamon from Strategic Tape Reserve, who, if you ever want to know anything, and I mean anything, about the world of wasps, he is your guy.
He really is.
He is your guy.
He is. He's holding a candle for wasps everywhere.
He is holding a candle for wasps everywhere. I can't remember what I was going to say about the wasps, though.
I don't know. I really got no idea.
I had a really...
I might be quite ill. I'm sort of...
Yeah, you're not very well, are you?
Kind of slightly hallucinatory state.
Oh, dear. Oh, I had a really interesting wasp-based fact. Oh, well, instead of that, I'll talk about how when Tenniel was illustrating Alice Through the Looking Glass, Lewis Carroll had to cut a chapter because Tenniel couldn't figure out how to draw it, and that was a wasp in a wig. And I find that quite confusing.
Why is that confusing?
I could draw a wasp in a wig.
Well, you just put the wig on the wasp.
Yeah, it's simple. You take the wasp, you put the wig on it.
But they've got like fluffy heads as well anyway.
Yeah.
They've got little fluffy heads.
Yeah, but something with a fluffy head can wear a wig.
But, I mean,
a bear could wear a wig.
I don't understand why you can imagine it when like wasps already got a fluffy head. So it already looks like he's wearing a wig anyway.
And also, literally, it could have just been a toupee. Anything can wear a toupee. A pancake can wear a toupee.
Just put the wig around his little feelers.
But if it's just a toupee, just put it on the top of his head.
With his little feelers.
Toupee or not toupee?
I had a nice wasp friend for a bit.
Was it the ill wasp?
I don't think he was ill. I think he just wanted to hang out.
Oh, did he hang out on your lampshade?
Yeah, I wrote a song about him, and he was there for like 3 days, and I had like the uni deadlines, and so.
And he helped you.
Sorry, very good. Yeah, he did kind of help me. Sort of like. I had to stay up really late, and I found it quite demoralising. And it was nice having him sat in, the lampshades with the kind of hoop bits, the fringe things. So he got in one of them, and he put his little legs through the hoop.
Oh, no way!
He was like.
So he was sat on a swing?
Sleeping, sort of like sitting across the 3 hoop bits. Like a little hammock, and then he was like rubbing his feelers.
Oh, I know why.
They flew away the next day.
I know why I was going to talk about wasps.
I don't think I finished my essay.
No.
Remember. I think it could have been the one actually where I went to hand it in, but I fell over really badly on the way, and then I had to go and was like bleeding everywhere, and then I had to go back home.
You do a lot of public bleeding.
Oh yeah. It does get in the way. So what are you going to say about wasps?
Well, my idea for a wonderful new game, because part of my mission in life is to just to make reality a little bit more fun, to make society a little bit more fun, to make day-to-day life a little bit more fun, so we can all try and live a little bit more imaginatively. And as part of that, I like to invent little games and little songs all the time, as often as I can. And I had this idea for a game called... In fact, I had the idea with my daughter, our Radney, the 10-year-old queen of punk, who, because I'm not... We're not working together at the moment because certain people seem to think I'm really, really dangerous because I work with Palestinian people. Moving on. The game is called...
It's not. It's just because they've
been looking for an excuse for years, I know.
They've been looking for an excuse to just do a campaign against you for years.
But that's what happens to autistic people.
In dictatorship.
And in dictatorship. But anyway, the game of Wasp is absolutely brilliant. And it's cheap. Anyone can do it. And it is a way of bonding with the public, your friends, and maybe even people's little animal friends, and yeah, maybe just yourself. All you need is a single standard drawing pin and either some rather strong glue or some very strong industry strong double-sided sticky tape. Then you stick the pin to the front of one of your shoes. Right. Now you're set up. You're prepared. You're ready to play Wasp. Now, the way you play Wasp is when you walk around the street, you go like this, you go bzz, bzz, and then if anybody comes into your path, you just kick them a little bit, very gently, like that, with the pin. So they sort of go, ouch, like that. Nothing dangerous, not even drawing blood, just a little, ooh.
I don't know, that sounds like a horrible game.
Just a little prick.
I've got a better way.
Just a little prick. No, it's not. It's a wonderful game.
I've got a better way of playing it. You do all the same thing, but without the pin. So
but then it wouldn't be Wasp.
Sting instead.
What? You just walk around buzzing with a picture of Sting?
And then you get
I do that anyway.
People, and then you flash the picture of Sting in the face. So they go, ah, Sting.
Oh, that is a good
ow.
idea. But yeah, but would they still say ow if they saw a picture of Sting?
Well, I don't know, if it was really sudden, they might feel...
Oh no, you see, in the game of Wasp there needs to be just a small amount of pain, because like Sylvester Stallone said, no pain, no gain. And if you're going to not listen to Sylvester Stallone, then you're going to miss out on looking at his paintings, and then your world is going to be much less rich. Imagine you didn't live in a world where you knew Keith Richards' paintings. Wouldn't that be a much less wonderful world without the paintings of Keith Richards? Wouldn't it?
Well, I don't know what they look like.
Really? Have you not? I have shown you Keith Richards' paintings.
Are they fairly terrible?
Well...
Are they the ones that are like box canvas wall art?
Well, all celebrity art is box canvas wall art,
like
isn't it?
Pictures of the Rolling Stones.
Yes, that's it. Keith Richards, he only paints pictures of the Rolling Stones, and it just gives me joy.
He does lots of like different kind of lines in the background or something. So
oh, I mean, he does all sorts, but they're entirely pictures of the Rolling Stones playing live on stage. John Lurie, although most people don't know who he is, he's a very good celebrity painter, musician painter. It's great when celebrities cross over into other art forms, like Nadine Dorries, from politics to literature, the art of politics to the art of literature. About politicians. Do you know that if you take a book by Nadine Dorries, if you buy it from a charity shop, because that's, you know, where you buy it, because people, they read them and then they're like, oh my goodness, well, considering she cut all the arts funding, that wasn't very good, was it? If you take a book by Nadine Dorries and you take it up onto a cliff top and you sing the words of it, and you got to make sure you're wearing, or somewhere on your person you have like a letter with the Arts Council England logo on or something, and if you chant the words of the novels of Nadine Dorries, on a mountaintop, Apollo comes to visit you.
Oh.
Yeah, it's true. And I did have a meeting with Nadine Dorris this last week, and she said, "Oh, you know, Ergo, I really regret cutting all that arts funding because it was so much better when we had a bustling cultural scene." And I said, "Yes, Nadine, it was much better, wasn't it, when we had a bustling, thriving cultural scene, and the whole country was as bustling and thriving and vibrant as North Street in Bedminster." And so I had this phone call with Nadine Dorris because I wanted to find out a few things, because there are a few things that only Nadine Dorris knows. Obviously, I can't tell you them because she didn't tell me them, because then there wouldn't be the things that only Nadine Dorris knows anymore, wouldn't they? But the last thing she said to me was, "There are only some things a woman can do." And then she gave birth in front of me to Boris Johnson. I don't get how it happened, but it did. And yeah, that's been my week. How has yours been, assistant podcast guy? Oh, well, I've been, writing some articles for some online music blogs. I made a vlog about my trousers and how the cut of them is just impeccable. And I'm experimenting with a new approach to the moustache podcast. Yeah, Lottie's not feeling very well, and that's why I'm here, just kind of rabbiting on at you, and trying to avoid just exclusively talking about the fact that we're in the almost 2 years into a live-streamed Holocaust that nobody seems to be stopping doing, except previous listeners to this show will know of my curious fascination with my little father. Who's your little father, do you say? Who's your? I mean, my little father and yours. Kim Jong-un, great leader of North Korea. And I love his band, the North Korean Moranbong band. And I think he looks funny. He's got funny hair. And he wears funny clothes. And he's a little fat dictator man. And he always poses with a big smile for the camera whilst his uncle gets eaten by dogs in the next room, and he tortures people using things from that he's seen in Bond movies, there's the rumour that the little father once had a shark tank installed so he could have someone eaten by sharks in front of him, like he saw in a Bond film. So this guy's quite sort of, little father's quite hardcore on the maniac stakes there, the combination of all those things, and that's just scratching the surface. Little father, great leader of North Korea, Kim Jong-un, is fairly up there when it comes to wild, unkempt, violent, fascistic. As far as I know, that's what we get. That's the information we get here. But curious then that we're told that our leader Keir Starmer, our Prime Minister Keir, our great leader, our little father, fat Blair, Keir Starmer, we're told that this guy is like a normal politician and not like an extremist in any way. Although, as a self-described Zionist, well, Keir Starmer is clearly an extremist. But that's not the point. The point is that out of all of the politicians in the world, one politician came about today saying that he would attack with bad weapons Tel Aviv if Israel harmed Greta Thunberg in any way. And at least that's what I've been reading. We'll presume it's true. It's balmy enough to be reality, because I don't know if you guys have noticed, dear listeners, but do we appear to have gone through some sort of portal into completely bonkers wibbly land where everything is upside down and everything is inverted and every meaning is the opposite of what it says, and
something to do with postmodernism as well.
Yeah. And we kind of need to forget about all this nonsense and kind of go back to being, what we are, which is animals with a spoken language. Animals with this particular kind of language and expression, which we think makes us superior to everything on the planet. But as one of our regular listeners, Roger, I'm going to quote Roger now, as Roger said, well, if we are the most intelligent species, then why do all the other animals seem to be able to understand each other and we can't understand any of them?
Exactly, but no, none of you believe the sentient beings.
Yeah. They all...
it's only humans that
yeah.
sentient.
When we've only scratched the beginning of our understanding of animal communication. I think it's only comparatively recently that it was discovered that parrots are communicating, parrots are communicating using a kind of semaphore with intricate patterns and reflections in their feathers. John C. Lilly, inventor of the, what's it called? The sensory deprivation tank. He spent much of his life because he wanted to explore how we might communicate with alien intelligences or whatever. And so he spent his life studying how dolphins communicate and made real headway in interspecies communication. And as far as I know, it's John C. Lilly's research which has fed into the current use of machine learning to communicate with orca. I say machine learning because it isn't AI. It's putting things together from sources. It isn't artificial intelligence. An artificial intelligence is one that will wake up when it wants to. How about that for a definition? You'll know you've got an artificial intelligence when it goes to bed when it wants to. When it says, no, I'm done, I'm tired, go to bed, I've got other things to do. Well, you'll know you've got an artificial intelligence when it doesn't want to talk to you. An artificial intelligence won't be your slave, babe, it'll be your master. It sounds kind of sexy, if you like that sort of thing. I don't find computers sexy, or don't find phones sexy. I've heard lots of people describe their phone as sexy. And a phone is not an erotic item, now is it? What is an erotic item? Oh, I don't think I'm allowed to. Well, what would be a radio-friendly erotic item? I mean, there are so many. And I mean, it depends what you mean by erotic item. The shimmering of a wispy curtain in blue light. If you're in the 1990s on television, that was an erotic item. I am an erotic item too, but you can't tell that because I'm on the radio. Although I think I can kind of turn on my dulcet tones in such a way as to kind of ooze a kind of mellifluous, slightly gelatinous and creepy seductiveness. But that's the magic of radio. Listen to this. That was a piece of foley of me throwing a piece of metal. Listen to this. That was a piece of sound design of me dropping a pencil. It was created by recording the sound of 3 needles using stereoscopic microphony hydroponic microphones, and then time stretched, time lapsed, sequenced, rin-tin-tinned, backwards and forwards with tools invented by Mark Ronson to turn into exactly the sound of a pencil. But on a very serious note, here's a fun bit of radio theory. Here's something that I really, 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 really love. Treg Brown, who was the sound effects guy on the Looney Tunes cartoons, he said this. He was the first person to say that if you're creating a sound effect, you're never going to use the sound that it is, because something else will be much more effective. Back to the Ramachandran thing and the stick and the toucan that I always talk about, and our reason why we like cartoons, etc., etc., etc. So there's this really fun thing I like about radio, and I think just you should try it. You should do it. Make a recording of something. This is a very simple thing. Make a recording of something and present it as something other than what it is. And then there is this very strange alchemy where the listener will construe the thing as being the thing that you said it was, and will try to in an interior way sort of transform the sound into a mental impression of the thing you said. There is so much unexplored stuff with radio, and it's absolutely marvellous. Oh dear. Poor Lottie has fallen asleep. So it's just you and me now, listener. Just you and me. The guinea pigs. We're too late for the birdies. We're going to play you at the end of this program an entire record by Ez Khalifa, a Palestinian musician, who is like 21, 22, and we released his album last week, and currently haven't heard from him since. So we're going to play his whole album, and go on to my Bandcamp, or go phizmizmusic.bandcamp.com, and buy Ez's album, and also buy the other work by Palestinian musicians, Ahmed Moon and Sami Madoun. There's 3 Sami Madoun album records on there now. The tapes are also stocked in various places, in the Palestine Solidarity Shop in Ashburton, and also in Ashburton in the comic book shop, which I would highly recommend. And the lady who runs the comic book shop is an absolute delight, wonderful, wonderful human being. Today I made a guitar in homage to Woody Guthrie, that said, "This machine irritates fascists," because don't underestimate at the moment, guys, the power of the irritant, of being just a little bit irritating. It has its function, and it's important. It shakes things up a bit. And remember, there is nothing that a pompous person, and all fascists by their nature are going to be really pompous people. There's nothing a pompous person hates more than just being ridiculed a little bit. And you don't even have to be, I'm certainly not recommending being nasty to people. I don't go around being nasty to people. I go around being very nice to people. And usually people are very nice to me. I meet all sorts of just wonderful people all the time. I don't want listeners to think that from these shows we are in any way, against humanity. We're not. It's just the willfully stupid ones, the people who choose to be stupid. You know where Dante puts you in the first circle of hell? That's where the complacent go. Complacency is how it happened in Nazi Germany, and complacency is where we are now. Complacency has led to where we are now. So we're getting towards the end of the program. Lottie is very poorly and has fallen asleep. What I will say now is, as part of Sound Art Radio's Listen Play experiment, Lottie and I are going to be running the play section, so we can be like those artists who can play in the public space and that kind of thing. But no, what we're going to do is some wild workshops at Sound Art Radio. We want you guys to come along. The workshops are going to be about devised and improvised radio theatre, and it will be wild and fun and interesting, and we will share ideas, and we'll just create wild things. We'll have fun. I know I may sound like a silly Billy, right? And someone did say to me this week, a wild jambon guy on the internet said I'm very daft for an academic. And I guess that's true. But this is me trying to sell the thing. I am a multi-award winning radio producer. And I've made programs in Germany, in the Netherlands. I've made programs for the BBC back in the old days. I did two years on WFMU in New Jersey. I made, I couldn't tell you how many hours for Resonance FM back when they weren't so dull and associated with the Wire magazine. So I've done a lot of radio, and I've directed a lot of theatre and so on. And the good folk at Sound Art were cool enough to think, oh, we should let Lottie and Ergo run the play section of this. And so we want to create beautiful, brilliant, inventive work with you We will it will be a series of 8 workshops. The first workshop will be 1 hour of knocking together and quick preparation. And then for the second hour, we go live, we perform the play, who knows, in deconstructed ways or whatever. And just explore what it means to make drama on radio, because drama on radio is one of those casualties of this idea that I used to think it was that the art had been beholden to the march of technology, but actually it's the art in the last century particularly has been beholden to the march of capitalism. And so you end up with a situation where when, television comes along, television replaces radio as the prevalent format, and then people stop using radio as a format for invention. But obviously, if you think about it, radio is the medium where you can go anywhere and do anything. And I always say it costs the same amount of money on radio to go to Stoke-on-Trent as it does to go to Saturn. Because you invent the world. You engage in this magical experience with the listener, and the listener invents their version of your world in their mind. And as well as this, I also, we want to play with dramatic techniques. We want to mess about with the form of things. We want to mix up words and music and noise and quiet and chaos and magic and the whole history of drama. I have very quick ways of getting through things. So I will also ply you with lots of references and things that you may not have previously come across. So come along. Get in touch with the guys at Sound Art. It's free, doesn't cost you anything. And come and hang with the avant-garde collective crew. Lottie will be awake by then and not feeling so ill. And I'll be kind of the same as I am now, but I probably won't want a cup of tea as much as I do now, because I've been talking for a long time and now I want a cup of tea. So now I'm going to play you the end of the program, this beautiful and remarkable album by the Palestinian artist Ez Khalifa. And this is a compilation of his work. He's 21, 22, I think, and he's been in the Gaza Strip for the last 2 years. And prior to the Holocaust, he was very active as a musician. He made a lot of work, and some of it is, you'll hear there is like amazing, beautiful, like devotional a cappella, but he's also a remarkable oud player, remarkable string player. But also, as you will hear, he is never far from a massive pop production as well. And he sings with equal power and sincerity if he is singing about God or his local football team. Oh no, it's not his local football team. It was the Moroccan football team. His favourite football team. His music is wonderful. He has a wonderful soul. His album came out on my Bandcamp, ergophizmizmusic.bandcamp.com, ergophizmizmusic.bandcamp.com. The album is called Gaza Sings Despite the Wounds and Pain. It was titled by Ez. We haven't heard from Ez since the day the album was released, and I hope we hear from him soon. I hope you have a nice time until next week, when we will be back to be the scourge of the airwaves again. God be with you. Many kisses to you all. I'll tell goodbye from Lottie, who is asleep now with disease. And I'm gonna go now and continue my quest to find every single edition of every single book ever written by Nadine Dorris. Bye now.
للحزن بعيد عنا وتقولي للحب استنى وتخلي الحزن بعيد عنا وتقولي للحب استنى استنى وبقدم أحلى فرحة ومعاها 100 مساء حلوين من يومنا والله وقلوبنا كويسة وبقدم أحلى فرحة ومعاها 100 مساء يا ليل طول شوية عالصحبة الحلوة دي يا ليل طول شوية عالصحبة الحلوة دي والغالي علينا غالي 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 والعمر حيتنسى حلوين من يومنا والله وقلوبنا كويسة بعد سلامي للناس الطيبة فكرهم بالمحبة وبأيام الصبا يا ليل بعد سلامي للناس الطيبة فكرهم بالمحبة وبأيام الصبا وبدور أفراحنا تجعل أيامنا حلوة وبدور أفراحنا غنوة تجعل أيامنا حلوة ونعيش الفرحة دايما دايما بقلوبنا طيبة. يا ليل طول شوية عالصحبة الحلوة دي، يا ليل يا ليل طول شوية عالصحبة الحلوة دي. والغالي علينا غالي، والغالي علينا غالي، والغالي علينا غالي، والغالي علينا غالي، والغالي علينا غالي. والعمر حيتنسى حلوين من يومنا والله، وقلوبنا كويسة. شو سهران ويانا والحب يضمنا، والدنيا اهي فرحانة فرحانة لفرحنا. شو سهران ويانا والحب يضمنا، والدنيا اهي فرحانة فرحانة لفرحنا. وصحينا نفرح بالحب تاني، وصحينا عالأماني نفرح بالحب تاني. ونسهر الليالي مع غنوة حبنا. يا ليل طول شوية عالصحبة الحلوة دي، يا ليل يا ليل طول شوية عالصحبة الحلوة دي. والغالي علينا غالي، والغالي علينا غالي، والغالي علينا غالي، والغالي علينا غالي، والغالي علينا غالي. والعمر حيتنسى حلوين من يومنا والله، وقلوبنا كويسة. يا زريف الطول وقف لا اقولك، رايح عالغربة وبلادك احسن لك. يا زريف الطول وقف لا اقولك، رايح عالغربة وبلادك احسن لك. خايف يا زريف تروح وتتملك وتعشير الغير وتنساني انا. وين عرم الله، وين عرم الله، والفي مسافر وين عرم الله. ما تخاف من الله، ما تخاف من الله، قويت قلبي ما تخاف من الله. وين عرم الله، وين عرم الله، والفي مسافر وين عرم الله. ما تخاف من الله، ما تخاف من الله، قويت قلبي ما تخاف من الله. على دلعون وعلى دلعونا والشمال غير اللونا. على دلعون وعلى دلعونا والشمال غير اللونا. والشمال غير لي حالي خلاني غني على دلعونا. والشمال غير لي حالي خلاني غني على دلعونا. على العين موليتي و12 مولاية
جسر الحديد انقطع من دوس رجليا وعلى عين موليتي و12 مولايا جسر الحديد انقطع من دوس رجليا مشوار مشيت الصبح ومشيت عصري يا احباب لا تنغروا ضل حواليا وعلى عين مولايتي و12 مولايا جسر الحديد انقطع من دوس رجليا مشوار مشيت الصبح ومشيت عصري يا احباب لا تنغروا ضل حواليا الحياة حلوة بس نفهم الحياة غنوة نخلق أنغام ارقصوا غنوا انسوا همومها الحياة حلوة الحياة حلوة الحياة حلوة بس نفهمها الحياة غنوة نخلق أنغام ارقصوا غنوا انسوا همومها الحياة حلوة الحياة حلوة الحياة حلوة للي تبسم واللي كشر ده اللي تألم الحياة حلوة للي تبسم واللي كشر ده اللي تألم غنوا في متاهة وانسوا أوجاها غنوا في متاهة وانسوا أوجاها ليه نضيعها دي الحياة حلوة الحياة حلوة الحياة حلوة بس نفهمها الحياة غنوة أحلى أنغم ارقصوا غنوا انسوا همومنا الحياة حلوة وياك يا حياتي قلبي سعيد فرحان فرحة قلبي تهنى أيوة تهنى بيوم العيد أنا قلبي سعيد وياك يا حياتي وياك يا حياتي قلبي سعيد فرحان فرحة قلبي تهنى أيوة تهنى بيوم العيد أنا حبك خلل كن في عينيا أجمل عالم من حواليا حبك خلل كن في عينيا أجمل عالم من حواليا كله جديد في جديد أنا كله جديد في جديد يا حياتي يا حياتي يا حياتي كبيرة ومسيعني أول مرة لاقي عمري طعمي ومعنى جميل إنساني أول مرة أشوف الدنيا دنيا كبيرة ومسيعني أول مرة لاقي عمري طعمي ومعنى جميل إنساني أول مرة لما اتكلم ألقى كلامي كأنه أغاني أول مرة أحس بإني بعد الحب بقيت شي تاني أول مرة لما اتكلم ألقى كلامي كأنه أغاني أول مرة أحس بإني بعد الحب بقيت شي تاني عندي شعور ورداية ترقص في الأغصان حسب نشوة عصفور غنى له الكروان لو تعرف بس يا غالي انت بقيت بالنسبة لي لو تعرف روحي عمري قلبي أملي، انت المنى من غير تحديد، وحبك خلى كن في عينيا أجمل عالم من حواليا، كله جديد في جديد، أنا كله جديد في جديد، يا حياتي يا حياتي يا حياتي. يلا
مرحبا، يسعد مساكم جميعا. طبعا أنا غيرت طقم الأوتار وحابب هيك تسمعوا صوته، إن شاء الله هيك ينال إعجابكم.
سلاحك، ارفع راسك هذا سلاحك، أصل الكرام إنسان، ابن بلاد الشمس الحرة، ابن بلاد الشمس الحرة، ابنك يا غزي ما ينهان. غزة تنادي ومين بيسمع، غزة تنادي ومين بيسمع، صوتك ينادي نرميهم هالأعادي، بتدوقي هالأيادي نوقف في وجه الموت. احنا صحاب الحق وحنا رجالها، ومن بحب الحق نفدي ترابها، خدوا دمي وهاتوا حري، لبلادي من المي للمي. خدوا دمي وهاتوا حري بلاد من المي للمي، يا غازي جودي برجالي كل واحد منهم اتنين.
مصطفى منبع للصفا، سيد الأنبياء مشعل في الوفا، كان في عطفه لليتامى دفاع، حن قلبي له فاض شوقا إليه، ليس أرجو سواه شربة من يديه، الصلاة عليه والسلام عليه، للسماء ارتقى فأتى بالنقاء، وغدا وجهه نيرا مشرقا، كان في عفوه حين حان اللقاء، قال فلتذهبوا أنتم الطلقاء، مصطفى منبع للصفا، سيد الأنبياء مشعل في الوفا، كان في عطفه لليتامى دفاع، كان في هديه منهجا وسطا، كانت تسعده بسمة البسطاء، سيد في الكرم، قمة في العطاء، مصطفى مصطفى منبع للصفا، سيد الأنبياء، مشعل في الوفاء، كان في عطفه لليتامى دفاع.
ما شاء الله ما شاء الله، إحساس عالي وراقي جدا جدا جدا. يعني أنا شعرت إنه عز الدين فعلا كان يرسم لوحة الكلمات رسما متقنا ما شاء الله تبارك الله. أبدأ بتعليقات لجنة التحكيم، والأشد تأثرا يعني وانفعالا وتفاعلا مع أداء عز الدين كان رئيس اللجنة الدكتور بلال، تفضل.
ما شاء الله عليك يا عز الدين، فتح الله عليك. الحقيقة وأنا بستمع لعز الدين، أولا اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على نبينا محمد. وأنا أستمع لعز الدين أستشعر المهمة الدقيقة والكبيرة والعظيمة أمام لجنة التحكيم. لذلك أقول كان الله في عون لجنة التحكيم، أن فعلا يعني المتسابق تلو المتسابق، جمال على جمال، إبداع على إبداع، بسم الله ما شاء الله، فتح الله عليك.
شكرا دكتور بلال، وهنيئا لعز الدين بهذا يعني التعليق الجميل.
السلام عليكم، كيفكم؟ إن شاء الله بخير. طبعا بتمنى تدعوا لأخونا داني مقالب بالسلامة، لأنه في وعكة صحية. وإن شاء الله اليوم راح أسمعكم أول للأستاذ صباح فخري، وإن شاء الله هيك نال إعجابكم.
قل للمليحة بالخمار الأسود ماذا فعلت بناسك متعبد. قل للمليحة قل للمليحة قل للمليحة قل للمليحة بالخمار الأسود ماذا فعلت بنفسك متعبدين. قل للمليحة قل للمليحة بالخمار الأسود يا ليل ماذا فعلت ماذا فعلت بناسك متعددين. قد كان شمر للصلاة قد كان شمر قد كان ينوي للصلاة فسلبت منه دينه ويقينه وتركتني فسلبت منه دينه ويقينه رد علي صلاته وصيامه ردي عليه
يا نور الهلال أقبل تعال فالشوق طال